Hi, welcome to One Acadiana's Candidate Conversation Series. I'm Keely McGivney, and this is Andre Bro here on the team at One Acadiana. We're bringing you candidate conversations so that you can get to know those who are running to represent you for offices across Lafayette Parish.
That's right. And for this conversation, we're joined by Michelle Living, candidate for Lafayette Parish School Board District 4. Michelle, thank you for joining us.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for inviting me to do this.
We're going to get started with just the basics. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background in the community.
Okay. My name is, of course, again, Michelle Living. I'm originally from Karen Crow. I moved to Lafayette in 1988, April exact of 1988. And I have been in District 4 for over, 35 years now. I'm a graduate of Southwest Paralegal College. I have 9 years in the legal field, 15 years in the oil and gas industry. I actually have three brands. I'm an entrepreneur as well, full-time entrepreneur, living fit slash line dance aerobics. I've been doing that for at least 25 years. Also a licensed florist for 27 years, and 5 years now with Something Sweet Homemade Pies. But the icing on the cake for me is I am also a Lafayette Parish School Board bus driver for the past 5 years.
Well, it's great getting to know you a bit more and hearing about your background and knowing that now. What inspired you to run for school board?
Actually, what inspired me, the seed was actually planted in 1990, actually, in the early 90s, when I was working at the district attorney's office for some ungodly reason. And I was trying to remember why I ended up on the juvenile floor, but because I was felony track. And however, so when I was on that floor, I'm sorry. When I was on that floor, I felt the tug of war between juvenile court, felony track, but I knew that, where I needed to be at the time was felony track. So it wasn't up until the time I started driving for the Lafayette Parish School Board that I knew what my purpose was back in the 90s, which was to cater to our children. For the past 5 years, I have not only engaged with our parents and the children, I have built relationships with our parents, with our children, even with other school board drivers, bus drivers, I'm sorry, as well as teachers, cafeteria workers, support staff. One thing, I saw them, I heard them. And even as a single parent, I am who they are. So that was one of the things that truly inspired me is how could I service my community with within the arena with the kids and the parents on a much larger scale. And that's when I decided, the school board would definitely be the place for me to do this.
Well, you talked about having thought about this for a while and having built those relationships with the kids, the parents, other bus drivers. I know as you're thinking about this and as you're talking to folks that there's certain issues that have probably risen up in your mind as priorities that need to be addressed. Let's start with the short-term issues. What are some of the things that you would look to address on the school board in the short term?
On the short-term issue, basically, that's going to be a tough one. That's truly going to be a tough one because it's a lot of things that we have to address. The most important thing for me as far as short term will be engaging with the parents and building that relationship. So I would have to definitely say that gaining their trust. I don't think it's going to take a long time for me to do that because of my personality, because of my interaction with my community and being within the community for such a long period of time. So I think I would have to definitely say when it comes to gaining the trust of the parents, the trust of the children, then I can move forward to address the things that I find that we need to address in order for everyone to be on the same page.
Well, and if we continue down this line of priorities and you think about the school system in the years ahead, have you identified some long-term priorities, some issues in the future you think the school board needs to stay focused on?
Definitely, yes. Teacher retention. attracting teachers and definitely bus drivers. That would definitely be one of the long-term issues that we would need to concentrate on. Because if you think about it, you have you having transportation issues. The bus drivers are the first individuals that actually see the students in the mornings. So when you don't have a bus driver, it's like a domino effect. It truly is, because the parent needs to get to school, I mean to work, and then you're like, okay, how do I go to plan B? Not everyone does well with shifting. Not everyone does well with shifting. Then when it comes to the teachers, retaining our teachers, even attracting our teachers, that's going to be some long-term issues that we will be facing.
Well, let's keep on the theme of attracting new people into the school system, but into the community. We want to see new people move into Lafayette. If you were talking to somebody who was considering moving into the area, what would you tell them about public education in Lafayette Parish?
Actually, public education, the schools definitely have so many hidden gems that people are not aware of. Truly, they're not. I can give you a prime example. I wasn't even aware of the online academy. And then when COVID hit, that's when we were introduced to the online academy here in Lafayette. It was actually in District 4. So this was perfect for my daughter herself because she's very shy, very reserved, and going back into the schools was, a challenge for her. So she graduated through the online academy. So that was one of the perfect things. When I'm talking to people in regards to the schools, educate yourself. Look at the different schools within the area that you do want to live in, because the system, Lafayette Parish educational system, they have some hidden gems here. There's also, the Magnet Academies. We have awesome academies here out within my district, District 4, that people are not even aware of.
Well, shifting back to making the case to your voters, which you've already been doing, but we'll give you another minute to speak directly to the voters of District 4. Why should they vote for Michelle for school board?
Well, definitely, I have a passion for people, but more so, I have a passion for change. I'm also committed. Think about it. I've been an aerobic instructor for 25 years. I've been a licensed florist / event planner coordinator for 27 years. Even though with the licensed florist, it has changed the trend, but it's a passion of mine and I'm still involved with it. So as a candidate, what I'm telling my voters is, look at my background. I'm genuine. Sometimes when you just sit back and you peel that onion, you can get to know someone, and you really can. Give me the opportunity to be the voice for the children within District 4. It has been a big challenge when it comes to voting, because a lot of people don't trust. But I think once you get to know me and give me that chance, that opportunity to prove that I can be that person for the community, you will be happy. You will not be displeased.
Well, thank you, Michelle. We truly appreciate you spending time with us today to help voters get to know you better. And it leads well into the last question we're asking everyone, which is, how can voters further engage with you? How do they get more information on Michelle as they look to make their decision in the fall?
They can contact me. I can give my cell number. It's 337-278-9042. I'm also on Facebook, Elect Michelle Living, District 4. Our website is coming out this weekend, and you basically can find us on and follow us on Facebook.
Well, great. All right, everyone. That was Michelle Living joining us. She's a candidate for Lafayette Parish School Board District 4. Michelle, thank you again for joining us. We appreciate your time, and good luck in October.
Thank you. Thank you very much.